Faith. Today we're going to be making a fish craft out of paper. This is the fish we're going to be making, and as you can see, this fish is pretty cool because it has lots of scales that stick up. And you can make this fish whatever color you want, and you can make all kinds of different color scales and make the fish look as colorful as you want to. So this fish actually isn't that hard to make. All you need is to cut out some circles. So the first thing you're going to need is something to cut out a larger circle. It doesn't matter how large it is. You can make this fish any size you want. But for this fish, I just got a plate, a small plate that I had, and this is what I'm going to trace to make the body of the fish. And then to make all these little scales, you just need something smaller that's a circle to trace. And I actually have this shark magnet on my refrigerator, and it's a circle. So I use this to trace, and I just traced it on some colored paper, and I made lots of different color circles. So that's the first thing I did. I made a bunch of little circles for my scales, and then I used this to trace a body for the fish. So I just put my plate face down so that it's flat, traced it around, and then cut that out. And then I'm just going to cut a little triangle in there for the mouth. If you don't want to cut your mouth, you can draw your mouth as well. That's also an option. But I'm going to cut mine out on this fish. Just like that. And then I'm going to draw an eye on him before I start putting on my scales, just to make sure that I have room to draw the eye so I don't accidentally cover that spot with a scale. And then I'm going to start gluing on all these little scales that I made. Now, the first thing you have to do before you glue it is just fold the circle in half. And then one side is what gets glued on, and then the other side just sticks up like that. I'm gonna put glue on one side, and then I'm gonna stick it down so that the flat side is facing the front of my fish. And I'm just going to keep doing the same thing until I run out of space on my fish. And again, all of the circles are going to be facing the same way. So the flat part is going to be facing the front of the fish. And it works best if you put if you glue them in lines. So if you start at the top and then just go in a line down towards the bottom. And then now, as you can see, the circle right here is getting a bit smaller. I'm not going to have room to put 3 scales in this row, so I'm just going to put 2 instead. I'm going to put 1 here. And 1 right there. And I don't know if you can see, but I was going in a pattern with my scales. So I was doing pink, orange, green, red, pink, orange, green. Oh, and that's supposed to be a red. I made a mistake. Good thing I caught that. All right. There we go. So now all of my scales are in a pattern. You can do a pattern too if you want, or you can just put them on randomly. It's completely up to you. No 2 fish scales are alike, so you can put yours any way you want. And to finish it off, I'm going to just put, I think, 2 scales right here, because I think I have the space to do that. Yep, that one will fit. And now I'm almost completely done with my fish. All I need to do now is give him a little tail. So to do that, I'm just going to take a piece of paper. I'm going to use the same color that I used for his body, but you can use whatever color you want. And I'm just going to draw a triangle. Like that. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to cut that out. And then I'm going to glue it on so that the pointy side is covered and the flat side is facing outward. So I'm just going to put some glue on the pointy side. And then glue it to the back of the fish. Just like that. And now I've made my fish with all his little colorful scales. Now, if you want to be done at this point, you can be. You can also go back and color in some more details. Like I made some marks on my fish's tail for this one. Or you can just leave it be and make it nice and simple. So, as always, if you guys end up making this fish, please be sure to send me a picture so I can see how your fish turned out. And I will see you guys again next week. Bye-bye.